So ladies and gentlemen, Buffet King here, and today we'll take a look at my top 3 best budget buffets for Las Vegas in 2024. For my number 3, we are heading to downtown Las Vegas to the only buffet left after the apocalypse. It's the Garden Court Buffet at the beautiful Main Street station right at the corner of Fremont Street. Free parking with validation is available. Just make sure to mention that you need validation while paying for the buffet. Prices are reasonable, but $23.99 for the brunch is almost twice as expensive as some years ago. The Garden Court Buffet is rarely crowded, so don't expect to wait long in line here. I totally love the ambiance, it's classically cozy. Let's start healthy with the salad bar. Let's move on to the American breakfast essentials. We put the strawberry sauce over the French toast and continue to enjoy scrambled eggs, burger patties, sausage pieces, breakfast potatoes, apple crepes, steaming hot pulled pork, some kind of hash browns I think, corn on the cob, and chicken wings dipped deep into barbecue sauce. The carving station offers ham, a selection of sausages, and wonderfully tender roasted chicken. Prime rib is also available for dinner. By the way, this is a buffet where you can eat a piece of pizza without feeling any guilt. My absolute favorite was the super tender roasted chicken from the carving station. Sweet Temptations are also called the Old Mafia Cake family. They should be exhibited at the Mob Museum right next door downtown. Yes, they still exist here at the Main Street station, and I don't know if it's because my taste buds can't remember, but these little shitty cakes taste better than before the pandemic. I really enjoyed the cookies and cream here, and to be honest, they remind me that there were better times in Vegas. Another legend that is also threatened with extinction is bread pudding, my absolute favorite among desserts in a Vegas buffet. Most fancy buffets doesn't offer this goodie. This one had a deep vanilla flavor, was super warm, had the right level of sweetening, and I also liked the consistency. So, the last buffet of downtown Las Vegas was my number 3. Unfortunately, it has lost some food value and it also has become relatively expensive, but nonetheless, it still has some value. And I especially like the classic vibe here. For my very good number 2, we technically even stay on the Las Vegas Strip. The South Point is one of the last full value places in Vegas. Today we are here for their Garden Buffet. The breakfast has an excellent value with the price at the time of the video of $14.95. Today we are here for the prime rib dinner, which is just $26.95. It is still very moderate. The lines here can be very long, just for letting you know. The Garden Buffet is a really large buffet with a lot of choices and different stations such as Italian or Mexican. Now let's take a closer look at my favorite place, the carving station, in front of which there is often a long line too. In any case, my large piece of prime rib was good, as was the roasted chicken, but I wasn't too happy with my beloved barbecue ribs. They were relatively tender, but the quality of the meat itself wasn't the best. Overall, a good carving station. What is really interesting here are the many small made-to-order stations. There are homemade soups, crepes, even Swiss steak and the chicken wing bar. I tried the chicken wing bar and was very disappointed because the sauce was thin and the wings were cold and there was little meat on them. Next time I'll take care of the other stations. I also like the chicken parmesan from the Italian station. This isn't a strong seafood buffet, but the shrimp in the shrimp cocktail had a really good size, and yes, the smoked salmon was so tender that a fork was enough. Dessert. What can I tell you? All the typical little gangster cakes with ice cream and of course bread pudding. Gimme the calories. So that was my really good number 2. By the way, parking for everyone is of course free here. For my personal number 1, we drive off the strip to beautiful Summerlin, a good half hour away from this strip. The Rampart Buffet is open for lunch and dinner during the week, and also for brunch on Saturday and Sundays. The buffet is closed on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Every evening there is a slightly different dinner in the form of a specialty night. Dinner prices are only between $27 and $32. Really cheap for 2024. In recent years, there has been always a 2-for-1 buffet Monday once a month, for which you only have to earn 50 base points in the casino, for which you only have to wager $100 on video poker, which is what we play. Slots probably even less. So check out the Rampart homepage for this great promotion. In this video you can see the weekend champagne brunch. Pizza for breakfast, no problem here. And I have to say, the pizza here is really good, so nice and thin. You will also find all your breakfast essentials in a really good quality, such as bacon, breakfast sausages, and scrambled eggs. The cold cuts presentation is simply appealing and the quality is excellent, especially the Italian ham. What would a champagne brunch be without a made-to-order omelette? The global station mainly consists of a traditional Asian American comfort foods like orange chicken, and let me tell you guys, the orange chicken here was superb. The ratio of sweet and sour in the sauce was perfectly on point. There are also Singapore noodles and vegetable rice. Another classic was beef broccoli, and something out of the ordinary was chicken katsu on a biscuit.
And this little French here is definitely one of my favorites here of the Rampart Buffet of the champagne brunch.
Now we come to the Rampart Buffet's pride and joy, the carving station. What is offered here for the money is really unique in terms of selection. There is ham and there is roasted chicken, a selection of sausages and fabulous, amazing pork loin. In the evening there is also prime rib, and my personal tip for you: go for the Kahlua pork with super crispy skin in the Aloha night dinner. This one is pretty close to the one at Bacchanal. The only difference here is that you don't have to pay $80. Don't expect a high-end seafood buffet with crab legs or lobster here, but if you can be satisfied with excellent fish and chips, some smoked salmon and unpeeled shrimp, we have a deal. Let me also say that we have a large buffet with a lot of choices. There is definitely something for everyone. Desserts are also fine. The trip to beautiful Summerlin is definitely worth it. Parking is of course totally free. So folks, that's it. These are my 3 best budget tips for 2024. With that in mind, eat fat and live forever.